through the action.
Two teams make their way onto the field at Eden Park for the first game of this Nick Smith Auckland Nines. A sellout for both days. That's a massive success for the organisers and the City of Auckland. I think this event is around for a long time to come. Paul Gallen will lead out the Sharks. Bit of football action for him this weekend, and he's in the ring on Wednesday night for his pro boxing debut.
So as Gallery, his team out, the Cronulla Sharks. I really think the coaches and the clubs have selected the most athletic and skillful players in their rosters. If you ever look through, and you haven't looked through the team sheets here, as Newcastle enter the field as well for this first game, you see the guys that can handle themselves the best one-on-one, not only in the attacking frame of the game with skills and offloads, but also in the defensive style of the game.
And the Wayne Bennett coach, Newcastle Knights, take the field also. Plenty of regulars, so much experience in this Newcastle side. They've gone with the idea that you need guys who've been there and done that. We're going to win this form of the game. It's the 2020, I guess you could say, of rugby league. And Todd Carney is ready for action. Ben Cummins will kick things off as far as our referees are concerned. It'll be a busy weekend for the men in pink also over the course of the next couple of days, with 31 big games to come. Andrew Fafita, what an inclusion for the Sharks as well. The Nines are on. Let the entertainment begin as Todd Carney gets us underway. The crowd roars, and it goes down to Mullen, who hands it off to Chris Houston, who will work it forward. The tactics in the opening sets of 6 will be fascinating, Darren.
Yeah, certainly will. And just to give you guys a bit of insight, the first kick-off will be a regular kick-off off a kicking tee, and everything from there on in, after the start of each half, will be a drop kick.
Wait. Go.
Kuyuwate playing it as it goes to Mullen. Now Jeremy Smith. Very much a conventional set of 6 to begin things. The boys keen for a bit of action on the sideline as Mullen turns it back onto the inside. Jake Mamo, who's an absolute speedster. He was almost away and grabbed there just by Jonathan Wright. Out of dummy half, they come to Roberts. A short ball. Leilua holding in one hand, but lost it in the tackle. It'll be a knock-on by the Knights. It'll be play on for the moment. Stapleton out of the in-goal area will bring it forward. It'll be play on there for Cronulla.
Great work from Newcastle. It was interesting to see they went to the middle of the field and put Roberts on one side and had playmakers both sides as well, with Mullen on the other. Then they come back through the middle to give some space to Leilua. Poor carry.
It's a dangerous combination, though, for the Sharks' defence. Leilua and Iwate. The Sharks come to the left-hand side, and there is Billy Iwate making a tackle on right as Fafita shoves it through Gardner. It goes away to Gallen. He'll just walk it up towards the 40, midway through this set of 6. Carney kicking early, and behind them. No fullback as such for the Newcastle Knights. Iwate was just floating behind the line there in case a kick came in. He anticipated well. And he'll play it here about 20 on his own side of halfway.
Interesting ploy from Todd Carney in the kick. I don't think he got it right at all. Uate had dropped back. Maybe he saw some space. But as you alluded to, Warren, no fullback. So Newcastle going to play defence with wingers dropping back and covering.
Wait.
Here's Houston. Ball to Mullen. And then a bit of width again for Beau Scott, who turns it back on the inside for Mamo, who's already shown what he can do. He was part of the Future Blues program with Laurie Daly inviting him to camp before Christmas. And the New South Wales coach said he is an absolute speedster. Speaking of speedsters, here's a chance for Gagai down the right-hand side, looking to pop it. He'll be wrapped up there just inside the Sharks' 20. Leilua, a dead end. He finds Roberts. A wide ball for Mullen. They're short, as you would expect, but favouring the kick was Stapleton, who ducks under a high shot there from Beau Scott, and he'll bring it out from the in goal as well. Another great piece of work.
Oh, brilliant work, but great work indeed from Cronulla. Gagai and Leilua down this right edge for Newcastle, having a field day to start the tournament. But Cronulla just holding on. Fafita up through the middle.
They've done well, the Knights, to make the Sharks work it away from their own 20 on both occasions, from inside their in goal, in fact.
Down, Chris, last one.
And they'll play it here just outside the 30 on the last. And again, Carney won't get the kick away this time. Coming through was Houston. The ball's gone back to Cronulla, and he'll say knock on.
What about the pace of the game, Warren? We wondered how it would all go. There's hands on knees, there's interchanges coming now. Some believe the interchange is the key to winning this tournament. Short bursts of your players and get them on and off as quick as you can. Willie Mason!
Off an offload from Leilua. He ducks in behind a runner and gives it straight to the Sharks. Blake Ashford, the former Tiger, comes up with a big intercept. Now Carney on the counter-attack, wanting Feki to come with him, and there he is coming across, and cover was Gagai. Now a ball back on the inside, picked up by Tyrone Roberts. Nobody in front of him. Gardner is chasing, but it's Roberts. Tyrone Roberts, who opens the scoring in the Auckland Nines for the Newcastle Knights.
It has been end-to-end at a pretty frenetic pace. Not sure they can go like this all day. Brilliant work from Cronulla in getting the ball out of their own in-goal area twice now, and then they ventured up towards the left before making a mistake, and a ball was tossed into the infield. Keep an eye on Tyrone Roberts, just covering indeed, puts the wheels on. You watch Gardner come across, the former Parramatta player. He thought he could get there, but he buttons off, does Roberts, and scores a 4-pointer. Of course, we should note as well that a 5-pointer, if it's scored under the posts, as this drop kick's taken. Oh, she's a ripper.
Outstanding from the sideline from Jared Mullen to add the extra 2 points. And it's the Knights who lead the Sharks 6-0. And can you believe we've only had 5 minutes of action? It feels like half an hour has gone by already.
Fatiguing up here as it is.
Tremendous run by that man, Tyrone Roberts, and the scorer will recommence play in the Auckland Nines this weekend. So the man who slotted the field goal supplies the restart, and the Sharks will get to do it through Blake Ashford, who picks it up inside his 20, gets away from Robbie Rocco. Extra metres here for Ashford, and the Sharks have had just no field position in this opening 5.5 minutes. They'll get some here in this set. Sam Taggart-Teasy bullocking his way towards the halfway line, playing it quickly. And out of dummy half, they come across to the right-hand side. Todd Carney will play it there. A dummy half for Manu Brown, and then a ball back on the inside. The Taggart-Teasy was touched.
Back out now. 0.
Michael Dobson it was, who got a touch on the ball. Fresh on the field for the Knights. And they get another set of 6. Wade Graham fending away from Gagai. He's a handful as well for Leilua, and then they feed in. A big shot from Zane Tetevano. Little rib check there for Wade Graham. As Holdsworth, Daniel Holdsworth, out there now in number 7 jumper for the Sharks. They go quickly. Here's Brown popping a ball, and scoring is Sam Taggart-Teasy. Just bursting through from close range, and he scored underneath the uprights in the bonus zone. It'll be a 5-point try, not a 4-pointer.
There's just about too many cooks in the kitchen for Cronulla, as they're all working their way to dummy half to see what was going to happen. Brown puts a beautiful ball on for the big man. Taggart-Teasy, he's about 120 kilos and 6'6", storming onto it there 2 metres out. Won't stop him. 5 points.
Daniel Holdsworth from right in front makes no mistake, and so courtesy of the bonus point, scoring in that rectangular box behind the uprights. All painted gold there. Taggart-Teasy diving into the middle of it. That's worth 5, not 4, and as a result the Sharks have a 1-point lead.
There is so much space. Short kick off here from Holdsworth around the right. Beautiful pick-up. Attack the ball, Marmo. Lovely work.
A couple of impressive touches from the youngster on the wing. Here is Tetevano. They'll take it to the Sharks 40. A great chance for the Knights to respond.
That was conventional, the first conventional play we've had.
And on the right-hand side, Robbie Rocco playing it inside the 30. Dobson comes to Tyrone Roberts, who's back out there, and a forward pass. Called by Ben Cummins. Didn't look to be too much in it.
Killer Uate. I guess it gives the wingers also a bit of license to go infield and really look for some football as well, instead of staying traditionally positioned out wide. This time Uate picks up a forward pass. Fafita works the ball back in for Cronulla. What sort of pace has he got?
The big man trying to wind up, fending away from Tedovano. Mamo, though, does well by dragging him down. Fafita on the gallop as it goes to Holdsworth. It bypasses Carney. Now Matt Pryor, the former Dragon, in black, blue and white this year and taken to ground heavily.
2 minutes.
And we're going to have Leilua, was it? Was he said knock on? In fact, that's half-time. It's going to be half-time in a second.
I don't know the buzzer, so you've got 2 minutes.
There is the siren. And at the break, the boys are sucking in the big ones. Why wouldn't they be? It is warm and hot here in Auckland. The Sharks lead the night 7-6.
Which way they go. Just leave the alert to which side they go.